This is a review of the musculoskeletal system. We're going to start with the temporomandibular joint, which is right here. Check for swelling and tenderness. Could you open your jaws, please? Side to side. No clicking, no pain. The next we're going to check is your shoulder. There's 3 joints in the shoulder. There's the glenohumeral joint here, sternoclavicular joint, and the acromioclavicular joint here. You check for tenderness and swelling in those areas. Then we move down to the elbow, which all 3 bones, the humerus, radial, and the ulnar combine. We check for tenderness or swelling or redness and warmth in that area. Everything is normal. Then we're going down to the wrist. We'll check the wrist joint. We'll also check for the distal radial ulnar joint, also the intercapular joints, and for the hands we're going to check for the metacarpal phalangeal joints, which would be every joint in the finger. Check for swelling, tenderness, like any for arthritis. You would check both sides bilaterally and compare for any discrepancies. Okay. The next, we're going to check the knee for the popliteal joint. Start here, work way down, check for swelling, tenderness, warmth, and any bony ridges. And that's smooth and no swelling, no redness noted. And then we'll check the ankle. Thank you. Check for any swelling and for the foot. And we'll also check for the metatarsal phalangeal joints in the foot, just like we did the hands. I stand up. We're going to check your posture. And we're also going to check your gait. If you could take a few steps that way and turn around and come back. Okay. Gait is normal. And turn around, check the posture. We're also going to check the spine for any swelling, tenderness in those areas. None. And then now we're going to check for range of motion for your back. So we're going to check for flexion first. So bend over and please touch your toes. Okay, no palms there. And we're going to do extension, which will be lean back. That is limited due to a herniated disc in the lower lumbar area. So we're trying rotation on from side to side. And we're going to do lateral bending, bend from one side to the other. We're going to check for range of motion in the neck. We'll check for flexion, put your chin to your chest. Extension, look up at the ceiling. Rotation, look over each shoulder. And then we'll do lateral bending, touch your ear to your shoulder. Okay, turn this way. We're going to now check for your shoulder, range of motion. Put your arm all the way up at a 90-degree angle, all the way up, okay, and all the way down. We'll check extension, 80 degrees to the back. Okay, then we're going to check abduction, move your arm out to the side. And we'll check adduction, arm out to the side and across your chest. We'll do internal rotation, put your arm behind your back. Okay. And external rotation, arm up out in front of you, and then straight up at a 90-degree angle. Okay. Thank you. Next, we're going to check your wrist. We'll do flexion, hand flat. We'll check your flexion, hands, fingers down. Extension, fingers up. And then we'll hold your hand up. We're going to check abduction, fingers away from midline. Spread them out. And adduction, bring them back together. Okay. Now we're going to do your hands. Put your hands up. We're going to do flexion straight up. We're going to extension, thumb across the hand. We're going to do abduction, spread your fingers apart midline, adduction, bring them together, and then we're going to do opposition, put your thumb across and touch each one of your fingers as you go around. Like I said, we do both sides to check bilaterally. Also need to check your grip strength. Would you please grab my fingers and squeeze? Like I said, we do this with both sides to check strength. But at the same time, we're going to keep going on. Next, we're going to check your hips. Move this out of the way. Please lie down. Okay, first we're going to check the flexion of your hip. So would you bend your knee? I would put my hand under the back of her lower back and bring your knee up to your chest. Okay, and then back out. For extension, I want you to take your leg, bring it out to the side, and let it dangle on the couch. That for extension. And for the part for abduction and adduction, I would lean across the patient and touch her on her iliac spine, support her, but to keep from getting in front of the patient, we're just going to not do that part. We're going to hold her out like this. So support her leg. This would be adduction, and bring it across the midline would be adduction. For rotation, bend your knee, please. For external rotation, we would support her, bring her out, and for internal rotation, bring her back. Okay. For the rotation motion of the knee, please bring your knee up, bend your knee, and then for extension, stretch your legs straight out. Okay. I need you to come back and sit back in the chair for me. Okay. For the rotation, range of motion for your knee. For external rotation, I need you to swing your knee and leg out that way. For abduction, just that one, swing it out, and for adduction, bring it back. Okay. And then for your ankle, we're going to check the flexion, which point your toes up. Extension, punch toes down. We're going to do internal, bringing your ankle inward, and eversion, bringing your ankle outward. And that completes the range of motion for the musculoskeletal system.